Hi, GC News. Bema Obibia Akwaba. I had the latest and hot news in Kwa Enamidi. Bramo, anything say we are subscriber ya, Omodia say over subscribe. Yobayana say over click the subscribe button. Now a barely notification. We are any new video be uploaded. When the first person I want say can be. I feel we are now one like video and give us a thumbs up. Now feel share my offer so now when you be share now we near airco. Afi yako sema babeto yopono so Kennedy Hammond on necessary Minister for Trade and Industry na name cement price go adechi adese nyina na tese bo no kwa na ekoso da no na magana fu bi na wane kasatia ne ade na we na minister na dey say woni cement manufacturers that one be share na ke ahwekwan a be so ke bitini a regulate price no meeting no one share so amaso tese manufacturers bu free ama wane bopoti ni nyina na say na Kiti am person che say meeting anka opese meeting koso na media for wo na manufacturer so de na one private measure one ni kiti am open ka isia na ka one ni komoni ade penye anya adwuma ma one bokoti na we na kiti am on any friends say construction chamber of manufacturers for isia no na meeting no am say cement manufacturers ko bu pio ho no ma che say kiti am pamo amo kra na yen hwe story and to the 5 years as we are about to the story no. But see, leave the meeting. Watch how Kennedy Hammond demanded the sack of cement manufacturers at a meeting. This is a cement manufacturers no one or two meeting be na ekoso and na Kennedy Hammond go fu ya to say wo pamo one through. The video ni na about to the amdo hu dia ekoso. Na yini kan hwe and some ekoso. But see, amid the ongoing debate over government attempt to regulate cement prices, Minister for Trade and Industry, Kennedy Hammond, demanded that representatives of the Cement Manufacturers Association leave the meeting. Not say cement manufacturers want to POA meeting there no dia share so and Kennedy Hammond. Catch one say beya the point that one anyone want to call. A video from the meeting called by the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industries shows the minister insisting that the cement manufacturers depart before the meeting began. It is a meeting at Kennedy Hammond any association Ghana Chamber of Construction Industries. Ebeshe swape any cement manufacturers one representatives ba ho happen na Kennedy Hammond say ebeya one kokra ansa na the meeting ahehye so. I was invited by the Chamber of Manufacturing, not the Association of Cement Manufacturers. Can they leave? The minister requested. Or say a Chamber of Construction Industry for a year, Apple and Safran, to be a Association of Cement Manufacturers at a year one in court. He explained that he had already met with the manufacturers and that the purpose of this meeting was specifically to engage with the Chamber of Construction. It is either I leave or they leave, the minister firmly stated, despite effort from representatives of both associations to justify manufacturers present. Necessarily, cement manufacturers the number 1% meeting money team na team of construction for say no, Kennedy Hammond say no, and now they are open so. But now a Chamber of Construction for the 1% cement manufacturers it one team meeting movie. I don't know Kennedy Hammond and IGP was say beya one ko nyesa or no more every meeting. I say, following the minister's persistence, chairman of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industries, Emmanuel Tete Mate, asked the cement manufacturers to exit the meeting. A chairman of the Chamber of Construction Industries, Emmanuel Tete catches a best idea cement manufacturers in the area. She said, the idea, this is a quan and say, Moko. Now, young crochet a year video, a year Sassy winner. A course so no yen hwe aye video aye Kennedy Hammond na ne bufu a o pamo mu chese wane nko yen hwe aye de course yen team course
Chamber of Construction Industry.
Yes, sir.
It's not from the manufacturers.
No, sir.
But I think I see a couple of manufacturers here.
Yes, sir.
What are they doing here? Can they leave the building?
Kennedy was can do what are they doing here?
I was invited by the Chamber of Say that again. Construction. Yes. I wasn't invited by the Association of Cement Manufacturers. I wasn't invited by them. Can they leave?
Respectfully, Minister, Honorable Minister.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I've had a dealing with them already. I'm done with them. So this is your time. You asked me to meet you. You didn't tell me. I wasn't given any notice that I was going to meet you, a combined meeting of the two of you. Supposed to meet with you. This is not a meeting for the manufacturing place.
Yeah, the respectfully, Honorable.
No, we're not going to entertain discussion on this.
Honorable, if you
two options. That I leave or they leave.
Honorable, anyway, Chairman, over to you.
Respectfully, Honorable Minister.
My big brother, let's get this issue. I've dealt with them, we know the president of everything. I came, look, there's cabinet today. Who called me? Who spoke to me the other day on the phone? You did. Look at how I struggled. I told you, come to my office today, I was going to the mosque. I'd forgotten entirely that I was cabinet. And then from the Chamber of Construction Industry. Chamber of
Minister.
My big brother, let's get this issue. I've dealt with them, we know the president of everything. I came, look, there's cabinet today. Who called me? Who spoke to me the other day on the phone? You did. Look at how I struggled. I told you, come to my office today, I was going to the mosque. I'd forgotten entirely that I was cabinet. And then it dawned on me that there's cabinet. All right, yesterday we left the place very late. Today, we started by 8:30, but I sought permission to come and meet you. They'll come back. We've been doing 2 for 2 for. I'm here now. I'm not going to entertain any issues, which aren't part of why you called me. Cement Manufacturers Association, I've met with them. I've met with them. So they don't need to be here at this meeting. Actually, if you want it on record, they would not meet with me. They would not. So can they leave, please?
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Before they leave, I want to passionately approach you. Maybe if you understand the point why we invited them, then you would agree.
No, they would. If you want it on record, they would not meet with me. They would not. So can they leave, please?
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Before they leave, I want to passionately approach you. Maybe if you understand the point why we invited them, then you would agree.
No, they would have spoken with you. You know their position. You can articulate their position. I'm not listening to anything.
Okay. Respectfully, our manufacturers, our minister has stated clearly that he has already met you, and then you have articulated your issues, and you have also met us and articulated your issues to us. So he thought that he was meeting only the chamber. So that is where we stand. We don't want a situation where the minister will leave, then we didn't have achieved the purpose for which we are meeting. So with all due respect, painfully for me, I would ask that. Hold on, my vice make a point.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Louis Linia, my name is Ken Ofori Atta, the bridge and the the chairman of the chamber. I think calling you for this humble meeting with our partners, which is the cement manufacturers, is because we share common idea, common goal. With all due respect, I will personally, if I'm in
my mind is made up.
Yeah, I'm making a point to the whole floor that them living makes me to appeal that we call this entire meeting off.
And na Kiti Hammond go for just a 1 penny crab or papa grand castle, and na quay celebrate. Ghana for the apostle, no, a Kiti Hammond, the blue for what I say, Baya, money, few or yes, and many manufacturers of Hammond, and if you know more, and only one about a baby meeting. Now, yes, are reporting. It's reporting.
to. Let me quickly just respond briefly to the Afrobarometer. My colleague has spent considerable time on our political language, our verbiage, our descriptions of each other and all of that. I really don't think that that is where we should start from. Look, if democracy is working, you have high integrity, you are conducting yourself well, even when your opponents try to call you a thief, it is the masses who will expose you that, hey, shut up. You have no fact, you have no evidence. They will expose you. Hasn't it been going on this show? I watched a video from this show a few days ago, and I pitied that MP, Honorable Chinia. Oh, Mahama bought state land, Mahama. When you subjected him to street proof, he said, oh, you okay, let's move on, let's, another day. You know, so that's what will be happening. If you come to power, you are not corrupt. You haven't engaged in insider dealing, in conflict of interest. You are not looting state lands. You are leading with integrity. You haven't appointed over 100 ministers. Your government is not bloated. You are not living a profligate lifestyle. You are not flying private charter when you have a presidential jet, 20,000 euros an hour. Meanwhile, you are telling everybody to tighten their belt. You can't find your belt at all. You are showering in the skies, 20,000 euros an hour. And the people say, hey, we are suffering. Unemployment is at an all-time high, 14.7%. You think that it is language that will resolve these issues? It's not a language matter. Look, let me share with you some frightening statistics. Very frightening statistics. And that is what the youth of our country are responding to. And you see, in these discussions, let's be very, very honest about it. If our colleague politicians in Guinea, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Kenya recently, and it's still going on, only yesterday, I pity President Ruto. Now he doesn't know what to do again. He's reduced his ministers, the institutions in his country by 47. He's dissolved 47 institutions. He has closed down offices of first ladies, second ladies. Say we won't spend on them again. Closed down. Suspended special assistants, PAs. Reduced salaries by half. He has sacked all his ministers. Everybody. He said, go home. The youth says, no, it's you we want. You are the one who was leading us poorly. We want you to go. We are not satisfied. Can you believe that? And only this week, the youth are out there again on the streets. So you see, if Kenyan politicians had this opportunity of Afrobarometer and all the other surveys, and they approached it with honesty, they didn't hide under language and verbiage. The crisis that they have now, the military juntas that have taken over, they will not have taken over. So in Ghana, what is our current situation? The Ghana Trade Report says that Ghana imported food worth 26.7 billion in 2023. Can you believe that?
Dollars.
Yes, 26.7. These imports included guinea fowls, onions, tomatoes, fish, beef. We imported guinea fowls from Denmark. Can you believe that? Denmark. We have become the third largest importer of tomato paste from Germany. Tomato paste. We have more arable land than Germany. We have now become dependent on fish imports. We are also importing tomatoes from Burkina Faso and onions from Niger, which are semi-deserts. That is the Ghana Trade Report. Then you've seen the latest one by the Statistical Service, which reveals that 43.5% have experienced severe poverty through deprivations. The report also says that 24.3% of the household population are multidimensionally poor. A third of our population are multidimensionally poor. And 36.7% of people living in rural areas are the worst affected. Multidimensionally poor. I mean, very frightening statistics. Look at what is happening to pensioner bondholders. All of us in school, we were told that if you want to invest, or we used to join these clubs, motivational speakers will come. as you are learning and when you get your job and you leave school, you know, government securities, risk-free, they are the best. That's what they told us.
With the list, they have the least risk.
Yes, least risk. Be careful about those private guys. Now, I have more confidence going to give my money to Isaac Adongo to keep for me than this Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. I have more confidence. Isaac Adongo or Honorable Atufosin, our finance experts on the minority. I have more confidence. I will give them my money to keep for me than to go and look for Bawumia's government and its economic management team. For the first time in this country's history, we are undergoing a domestic debt exchange program. Meaning, government can't give you your own money back, your life savings. They are forced to take a haircut. Even if you are as bad as me, they say, come to the barber shop.
Peddle such falsehood with ease. Why do you do that?
These are facts. Ghana is not going through.
But the domestic debt exchange means that your own money, government is not giving you.
Yes, that is it.
Is that what it means?
It says you get a haircut. That's what
You get a haircut
of what?
You get a haircut.
Haircut of what?
That is the
haircut of what?
You haven't seen the pensioner bond holders.
Let's not do this.
You haven't seen the pensioner bond holders. Please. When you were talking, I didn't interfere. These are the facts. Pensioner bond holders can't get their life savings. They can't get it. They have to. Yes. Yeah. Those who were demonstrating at the finance meeting are ghosts. The former Chief Justice.
But nobody has been deprived of his money.
The former Chief Justice who joined them.
Speak the truth.
It's a ghost. The former Chief Justice of Akufo, who joined the protesters to picket at the Ministry of Finance. He was probably an imposter who went to the Ministry of Finance. And you see, this is the problem where even the people's pain will not be recognized. Government officials will not even sympathize with the people. After they have created this mess, what didn't we tell you in Parliament? When you were borrowing like there's no tomorrow. You borrowed at a point it was over 100% of GDP. Living lavishly. Appointed over 100 ministers. Look at the list of presidential staffers. Look at the reckless projects they were investing in. Whose idea was it that God suddenly, the only way Ghana can be blessed is if we have a $450 million national cathedral? Whose idea was that? To build it in 4 years. Grand, big, useless vision. No priority. When your hospitals don't have beds, they don't have incubators. Your hospitals don't have MRIs. That is what leads to the agitations. So look, I will also appeal to the young people of our country that military rule cannot be the option. They themselves recognizing that they want the military to come in temporarily. It should tell you that they just want a cleanup and then they go back to the barracks. But I believe that we can do that cleanup. We the people, if we team up. If Parliament, and it's unfortunate that Parliament is not doing well. And I hope that we'll all sit up. Many people are going to Parliament to catch the eye of presidents, extreme partisanship. So Parliament is not carrying out its checks and balances under the Montesquieu doctrine of making sure that we hold the executive to account. We have largely derelicted. And that is why confidence in the parliamentary institution is at an all-time low. All of us must be worried, the democratic institutions, that it is the military that is high up there, 67%. Why can't we be up there with the military? An electoral commission, as I conclude. I mean, see, look at its electoral commission. And you see, I disagree with my colleague that you can just appoint anybody and the independence is really about removal. Hey, even the removal thing, the Charlotte Osei matter shows us that even removal, if they are determined to remove you, you can be removed easily. So let's put that aside. We must all, at all times, make sure that we build confidence. Because we are talking about perception. You can't find people who are not known communicators, party activists. Was this not the same party, I recall, in the run-up to Charlotte Osei's nomination, when Dr. Afarijan's tenure was coming to an end? They held intellectual discussions, Dankwa Institute and others. They said, can we even have a system where President Mahama will consult with all the opposition parties on the appointment of an electoral commissioner? Doc, were you not in this country? Gabriel Chidako and others wrote extensively. Dankwa Institute wrote extensively. Today, because you are in power and appointing your party apparatchiks, you say that, oh, let's not worry about the appointments. Let's be thinking about protection. And you think that we are going to go with that and keep these people. I will any day advocate a total cleansing of these institutions. And I'm not shy to talk about that. The same way Charlotte Osei was booted out, who was not a known party activist. And I'm glad that already, the grounds that they use against Charlotte Osei, is it incompetence, procurement breaches? Charlotte Osei at least didn't declare multiple elections. And up to now, we don't even know exactly what the 2020 election results are. They should get ready. Didn't they say that the presidency is just a conveyor belt on these matters? All those political hacks. Because, look, the only way is to implement some tough decisions when we take over. We must not disappoint the Ghanaian people. And we must make sure that people who have no business being in certain institutions, the earlier they are weeded out, with all the force we can master, the better. And begin to restore confidence. Because, look, if your electoral arbiter, the Ghanaian people, are saying that they don't have confidence in them, and it is 33%, I mean, that is just a third of the population. I mean, what could be so damning? I would have thought that as for electoral commission, they should even be higher than the Ghana Armed Forces. Then we can all, when there is a declaration of results, we know that, look, we will go by it, all of us will have confidence. So, look, let's all be worried. Let's not play ostrich. We have seen what is happening, you know, in neighboring countries. This is not a time to play ostrich at all. Let's admit, as I conclude, Doc, all it took for the Asian tigers we celebrate. I have read Lee Kuan Yew's book, all his books. It was just 30 years. Just 30 years, one generation, to move from third world to first world. How old is this Fourth Republic? How old? 32, 33 years. And things that the Singaporeans, the Malaysians won't understand, that there can be a hospital without a bed, without an MRI, without an incubator, and they call it hospital. That pregnant women are delivering on bare floors. That young people can't find jobs. Things that they will not even believe. All it took 30 years. Look at Rwanda. You saw how Kagame won over 99%. Because he's delivering, and it's democracy. Yes, he may have his human rights flaws. But when you deliver, the people will have confidence in democracy. So, look, patience is running out. And with this digital era, young people communicating amongst themselves, these Gen Zs, seeing what is happening elsewhere, they are no longer going to take the excuses, the papering over cracks. They want solutions. Their patience is running out. And the earlier as leaders, we all sit up. We've tolerated mediocrity for too long. It just took 30 years for other societies to move from third world to first world. We should not continue marking time.
Yo, Jebo, we need the course of Kennedy Hammond, Minister for Trade and Industry. Our Pamo Air Cement Manufacturers in every meeting, or near a Chamber of Manufacturers, a Chamber of Construction for Asia. And no send now, maybe a brown no, because GCB so, and our no, so when you subscriber, ya, or more than say, over subscriber, now like it, now see. Watch a video no also ma of first na when you be na wo hwe also betimi a kire wade afaye and some way gira ho e wo comment box ni mo beti nka bi in my next video.
You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.